Okay, we're going to use another attachment for my sewing machine that I'd never really used until I started making clothing. I have a Bernette 92C, and it came with a buttonhole foot that if you have a button you're using, you can put the button in here and it will size the hole exactly right for the size of the button automatically. That's awesome. In this case, for this application, I don't actually have a button I'm using. This is something that's a lace through wrap around waist sort of garment. It's like a belt, but it has some stays in it. And had I thought about it ahead of time, I would have done a video on how to put boning in. But I really didn't think there would be much interest until I wore this at a little test run party last weekend, and everybody was asking how I made this and what I did to do it. And so now I figure I'll just video it, and if there's interest, then cool, it's out there for people who want to watch it. So this is super easy to attach to your machine. It just when you put the presser foot down and pick it up, it's attached. It clicks right on to the attachment there. But for this particular foot, this is an important step. I can't stress enough. I didn't know about this button. There's a little thing back here that says push. You push it down until it stops, and then you push it, I think forward, I can't remember. I think you just leave it right like that. I'm just gonna put it back up and push it down. I feel good about that being neutral. And then I'm just gonna pick my button stitch, which is 0 on my machine, and put the piece in where I want it to start. The trickiest thing I found is I've made a mark on my garment where I want this to go according to the pattern, but then actually seeing the mark through the presser foot is a little tricky because it's opaque. I know, it's really a first world problem, and I will work that out, but it's a bit tricky. Seriously, I can handle it. Okay, I think if I start it there, it should be fine. And here's the crazy thing I find a little hard to believe. I just push the button and it automatically sews the buttonhole. It's going to shift the fabric along when it needs to. Like, I don't see it happening, but I have to trust that it's working. I'm not touching it. I'm letting go. Just so much automation, I don't know what to do with myself. My first sewing machine was my mom's, and it was like a Singer from the 50s or 60s. It's a great machine, but it did not have this kind of intelligence. So so it made a buttonhole. It's not super pretty, but I don't really care because it's not going to get a lot of actual use. I don't know why. I think it may be that the fabric is not super smooth, so it didn't want to just autopilot itself the way it has done for me in the past on lighter fabrics. So it could be because it's a layer of this upholstery fabric, a layer of burlap, and interfacing in there that it's just too thick, and the machine was like, no, 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 no. Or maybe it's just being stubborn, or my planets are not aligned or something. But we have a buttonhole that's going to work for this purpose. Then I think for me, cutting a buttonhole, I just pierced the fabric with my seam ripper. I'm not trying to use my pair of scissors, which is glorious and amazing, but not for this. And then I'm just going to go through here, and I have my buttonhole. So there it is. It will be sufficient for this process. If I feel like this is really fraying along the edge, I might even add a little bit of liquid fray check, which I don't think I have at home, but it's something that if it bothered me, that's probably what I would do to solve it.